An MLB insider just dropped a bombshell Dodgers trade report talking about what the plans are this offseason, and one massive name came up in the latest article from ESPN. We talk about this right here today on Dodgers Digest. Welcome, everybody. I'm Jace Andrews. I appreciate you hanging out with us, tuning into the show. You're looking for Dodgers coverage throughout the entirety of the 2025-26 MLB offseason. We've got you covered right here. You won't find better coverage on YouTube. I promise you that. So go down there, hit that subscribe button for daily uploads. ESPN released a latest article talking about the latest 2025 MLB offseason buzz and intel on free agency and trade rumors. Jeff Passan and a couple other MLB insiders got together, wrote this report, and there was some intriguing names listed on this. And so that's what I want to talk to you about today. And one specific part of this article found me, at least, most intrigued. And it was what we should expect from both the Dodgers and the Blue Jays this winter after reaching the World Series. And for the Dodgers' sake, for reaching the World Series and winning it for the second straight year and trying to go for a three-peat. Now, it's been no secret that with the new CBA coming here in 2027, Andrew Friedman and the Los Angeles Dodgers, they're going to spend the money because why not? This may be the quote-unquote last hurrah for them, and so they're not going to be scared. They're going to go out, they're going to make moves, they're going to make trades, they're going to make signings, and make sure this team is set up for when that new CBA does come into play. And so, what is the latest knowledge and info we've gotten from ESPN? Well, let's start from the top of this Dodgers section, let's call it. Aiden Gonzalez of ESPN had this report saying, quote, "The Dodgers have one massive need heading into the offseason. They need a closer. More broadly, they need trusted arms late in games, particularly right-handed ones," end quote. He's not wrong. The closer situation, the bullpen situation for the Los Angeles Dodgers, especially down the stretch, was a strugglesome time. You talk about a couple names like Blake Trinan, who, we tried to throw out there in the World Series, and it did not go well. A couple other guys that we saw kind of take that spot. Obviously, not having Alex Vesia in the World Series really stunk as well, but the bullpen was a struggle. The bullpen was something we were question marked, and one of the better arms in the bullpen was Roki Sasaki or Justin Robleski. It wasn't guys that we expected. Tanner Scott had his moments where it was just abysmal out there, and so I do agree. The bullpen is probably the biggest quote-unquote worry for the Los Angeles Dodgers, for sure, but that doesn't make it the biggest necessity moving forward and something that Andrew Friedman is going to, let's say, attack head-on, because yes, you can attack that, but what you can also do is get better offensive players and not put yourselves in a position to where you need a closer that often. But, it's baseball. You're going to have one. And so that's kind of where we continue on in the article. We go to the report. Aiden Gonzalez of ESPN. He talks about some guys that could be options in that bullpen. Quote, Brusdar Graterol, who's coming off shoulder surgery. Blake Trinan, who's 37 and coming off a rough year. And Edgardo Henriquez, Will Klein, both hard throwers with command issues, are the incumbents there, all right-handers, and they have questions. So look for the Dodgers to be really aggressive in that space, either through free agency or via trade or both, end quote. So that's the big and key part of this article, is that if you're thinking about the need / the want / what the Dodgers are going to go after immediately this offseason / free agency season, it's definitely going to be bullpen arms, and specifically right-handers, as he mentioned here in the first part of the article. So I am kind of intrigued to see what the vibe is from Andrew Friedman here early on. We know how important it was for him to accept the option of Max Muncy and Alex Vesia. We've talked about the importance of keeping guys like Miguel Rojas and Kike Hernandez on this squad. But what about bringing someone in? What about a big trade? What about a big guy in a different team, in a different situation that you could bring in? Because we've kind of done a lot of free agency talk. We talked about they can sign this guy, they can get this guy, and they can sign him. But the Dodgers do have some prospects. The Dodgers do have some guys they're willing to probably not offload, but trade away for what would be an elite arm. And that's where we go to what you've probably been waiting for in this show. The article continues on. Aiden Gonzalez of ESPN. But what will attract the most attention in the early part of this offseason will be the Dodgers' ties to Tarik Skubal and Kyle Tucker. They'll be engaged on both of those players simply because they can, end quote. boy, oh boy, oh boy. Do not get my hope up there. ESPN, Jeff Passing, Gonzalez, whoever it might be. If the Dodgers got Tarik Skubal, whether it be just for this year in their quest for the three-peat, I would legitimately not think there has been a better and more reloaded team ready to go after winning the World Series. Tarik Skubal is the Cy Young in the American League and is arguably the second best pitcher in baseball alongside Paul Skeens. If he landed with the Los Angeles Dodgers, if he played with us, that creates for a diabolical starting five. Diabolical. And let's talk about that starting five. We'll go to the stats in just a second, but Katarina Stebbins of Dodgers Way saying, quote, unless someone suffers a freak accident over the offseason, the Dodgers 2026 rotation will be full with Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, Shohei Ohtani, and Roki Sasaki, end quote. I saw your comments when we talked about Roki Sasaki and how we believe on this channel he should be a closer, and I am of full belief of that he should be in the bullpen because his command is not going to last for more than 2 innings, more than 3 innings. We saw that even in the first inning, sometimes it was strugglesome for him. I know that's why he came over with it. I know that's why Dodgers want that, but like in this season, you have him for a little while. You don't need to make him a starter this season. I personally believe he should be in the bullpen. You add Tarik Skubal to that notion, and that can create even more of a talk. Let's go to the stats here for Tarik because he has been fantastic, not just this year, but really since he's in the league. 2.21 earned run average, a whip not just below 1, below 90 at .891. I mean, that is just fan-freaking-tastic. Only 18 homers to 241 strikeouts and 141 hits allowed. And this is his second season of greatness. This guy has been playing this level of baseball for the past couple of seasons. Last year, winning the AL Cy Young with an absolute monster year. And some things that I think are under the radar stats that I want to talk about. It's his FIP. And that is such a huge stat for pitchers. If you don't know, it's more like a adjusted ERA in some aspects. And even adjusting his ERA is diabolical. 2.48 this year, 2.49 last year. His whip has been insane. It's gone down basically every single year since he's been in the league. He's so good in every single facet. His strikeout to walk ratio peaked this year at 7.3. There is not a better pitcher on the trade block than Tarik Skubal, bottom line. The question is, will Detroit be fully willing to trade him? And will the Dodgers be fully willing to give them what is necessary to even consider trading Tarik Skubal? And the first question is an answer that we've already gotten. It seems as though rumors and MLB insiders across the league believe that Tarik Skubal will be available for the right price here this offseason. That's the first kind of headway we have to look at. The second part of that is that the Dodgers have way more than they need in some aspects of their game and have prospects. And I understand in some ways, you're trading away your future. You're trading away. They're the Los Angeles Dodgers, guys. They're the Los Angeles Dodgers. You think Dalton Rushing is going to help them out this year more than Tarik Skubal? I'd be willing to say they'd trade some of their guys who are on the active roster on the MLB level. And Detroit, who is in a winning window, I think want that. And so that's why, to me, if they are actually in legitimately top shopping Tarik Skubal, the Dodgers are in a perfect place. Because Detroit went to the playoffs last year. They were in the ALDS and were 1 game away from playing in the ALCS. They want people now, and offense specifically. They could easily get that from the Dodgers, who would give them people who would play on their roster right away. But again, is it worth it? / do they need him? I don't know if they need him, but I sure do want him. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Is Tarik Skubal a guy you'd like to have on this Dodgers team? Is he worth what the price might be? I'm curious for your 2 cents as the MLB free agency, the MLB offseason, it's just kicking underway. We've got a lot of reports, a lot of news. We want you to stick around. So I'm curious for your thoughts. And of course, hey, if you got a video idea, leave it in the comment section. We're pumping out as much as we want, but we want you to be a part of this. If you want something that you want us to talk about, let us know in the comment section. I know my diehards are watching right now. So if there's a video you want to watch, give me an idea in the comments and we'll keep pumping them out for you. We appreciate you. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time here on Dodgers Digest. Peace out, guys.